The Sunday Sequence Break.
Welcome, everyone. Didn't see you there.
Yeah.
Well, we've got an excellent show for you tonight, so it's a good thing you're here.
Yes, we do. It's a Records Roundup episode. We didn't have a show last week, so now we got to take care of all these records somebody knocked over. Look at that big pile of records.
I know. Someone left the gate open, a bunch of records wandered out, so we've just been trying to wrangle them back into the cages. So here we go.
Records
we got a lot of records.
Lot like Dogies.
Yeah, very much, very much.
It's true. We do have a lot of records, but first,
we have to say, what is it? It's episode 115.
115.
And it is September the 28th, 2014.
At 7:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Right. And we're here.
Going for completion here. Yes, we are here.
The few people who are not watching Final Fantasy Tactics are watching us. I'm actually also watching Final Fantasy Tactics, so I guess I fall in both camps.
Ever the overachiever.
Yes, but we've got a bunch of records tonight, but first we should do our recaps.
Indeed.
Since there's no one to introduce. Why don't you go first, Gilder?
I think I will. I've been playing a lot of bikes still. I'm still trying to work out a little bit of skills up for Fusion 90%. Although I may be going to Chicago-thon, so I'll probably be doing some Demon Head runs soon. Just no resets, or less resets, but I got to get that back into shape. I'm going to do a marathon run that's sub 25, so. But haven't quite worked out whether I can get the time off of work yet, so I may go or I may not go, but I hope so. Should be a good time. Other than that, just been doing some casual stuff, some co-op with one of my stream viewers and stuff like that in Borderlands 2. Just some fun stuff.
Oh, Borderlands 2, that's cool.
That's a damn fine game. Can't wait for the pre-sequel coming out shortly. But
the pre-sequel?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So there was the first game, then the second game, and then the new one is going to take place between the first and second game. With some secondary characters from the first two games, so whatever, they called it a pre-sequel. It's Borderlands 3, damn it.
It's nowhere near approaching the complexity of Zelda timelines.
No,
so
not in the slightest.
It's not that bad. There are worse examples still.
Yeah, let's not go into that.
Right. That's a pretty eventful week.
What you've been doing?
Yeah, well, the only real serious speedrunning I've done has been practicing for the GRTA marathon, doing the Prince of Persia NES, which I did late last night. I think I was half asleep during it. I don't really remember much, but we got to see some of the levels twice. But it was pretty fun. I really like that game. It's a lot of fun doing attempts at it. And now that that's out of the way, I'll probably go back to doing regular any % attempts, not marathon safe attempts, at least for the time being, until I get a run that's good enough to submit to SDA. Because I think that somewhere in maybe the mid-18s would probably be a suitable time for now until new strategies come to light. So there's that. But mostly I've been I've been starting to gear up for Final Fantasy 1, which is going to be...
Oh no, the return.
Going to be returning to us all.
Rip everybody's viewer counts.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll start it at 4:30 in the morning, so it won't conflict with anything. But yeah, that's coming up next. And then mostly I've just been doing a lot of programming, just writing a lot of code for future projects that will be revealed soon enough.
Secrets, y'all, secrets.
Oh yeah, yes. Best kept secrets.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you. But yeah, that's about it for me. I had
Cool.
fun this weekend doing the JRT marathon, doing my run, and then commentating on Zelda 2 earlier this afternoon, which is part of the reason why I got kind of a late start on these highlights. But
That's all right.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Simple Dude cranked out an almost sub 1
Wow.
run. Yeah, pretty good.
Marathon?
He didn't even shy away from the any percent strats.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Strats. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing oh gosh, I saw the now my brain just locked right the hell up. Oxwis's Kirby Superstar run. He went pretty bananas on that. It was I think he PB'd by 5 seconds on a marathon run, which is, pretty fucking strong.
That's awesome. I really respect that. I always play it safe. When I do marathon runs, I really just I shave off some of the sharp edges just so there's nothing really that's going to trip me up, although in theory, in practice, who knows what'll happen. But
Yeah, it's definitely true.
But I really respect when people just like go for the thing that they've been grinding out attempts on, just that.
Yeah, they're just
that
like
route
screwing him with
unmodified.
Yeah, I think K-Mac did that at SGDQ. He mentioned before he went on for his Castlevania runs, he's like, I'm just going to treat him like world record attempts.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the best idea, because sometimes I wonder if I'm really just throwing myself off by taking something that I've spent so much time grinding and then, before the marathon, changing it up and doing something a little bit different, and then, I'm slightly less confident in those strats than the riskier strats that I've just had more experience with.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
you've been
know.
grinding those for months and months, and then...
Maybe you just want to put one thing in your head and not ever try to have any competing ideas in there.
Yeah, I definitely noticed, even when I've been trying to do, like, just simple no resets in Demon Head using some of the lesser strats, I just, by instinct, I revert to the more dangerous strats, and it's dumb, but, like, when I'm sitting there telling myself, all right, we're going to take Route 12 easy, we're going to do it easy, it's going to be real simple, slow, it'll only cost, like, half a second, I end up doing the high speed one anyway, and somehow it works out, so maybe it is just, like, kind of psych yourself up for doing the wrong thing, and then you end up doing the right thing, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I might try a different philosophy for HDQ. We'll see. Cool. Well, then that pretty much covers it. Let's do some records.
Let's do some records. I think that sounds like a grand idea. Switch to
Got
the
a
world
good crop of them today. Let's see.
So we do.
For 2 weeks, we got 55, which is pretty
55
good.
ain't bad.
Minus, plus a bunch of duplicates that got cut out. All right. Well, I'll start us off here.
Go for it.
First one we got here is Alias for the PS2. This is any percent run in 1 hour, 53 minutes, 36 seconds by Ice Plug. He says, at first I used crotch punches to kill guards, then I discovered that you can charge up your crotch punches. And he puts that in all caps because that's really important. Charge your crotch punches up. I won't tolerate any
crotch punch.
weak crotch punching.
I know
please.
it. You better destroy them balls.
Oh man, and I'm going to jump right in and read this one because this is fantastic.
I was so disappointed that I started streaming last night in the middle of this run.
This?
Yes. I was like, yeah, I mean, how likely is this? And it happened. So go.
Well, PJ has made his return to the public arena here, and he's cranking out Battletoads arcade attempts. And so he's got Battletoads arcade, Pimple max difficulty 1 credit clear in 41 minutes 4 seconds. He says, I finally beat this on 1 credit. Incredibly tense run. I lost a ton of time on Big Blarg, so this missed PB by 5 seconds. But this is the first 1cc I've had. Can probably save 50 seconds on this run, but 1cc is ridiculous hard on max difficulty.
He is not kidding.
Right.
I haven't played it, but I have watched him play it a lot, and oh my god.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It's very telling that his PB with, not being 1 credit is faster than his actual record here.
That game is, like, on max difficulty is the definition of fuck you, unfair. Like, one of the bosses, if you fall for one of his jukes once he's at max speed, you are pretty much done. And they even up it even further when you're a multiplayer. He's a 2-shot kill from full health if you're in single player, but if you're up to 3 players or maybe even 2 player, he's a 1-shot kill every time he hits you. And you've got to be absolutely flawless and realize when he's going to throw a juke and, like, swing wide or something like that so you don't screw up. He's been telling me a little bit about the strats behind it, and, like, it's go watch that run.
Yeah, definitely. This is PJ in his element here, Battletoads, and I believe this is his favorite version of it because, PJ's an arcade nut and a Battletoad nut, so this is your perfect storm.
Yep.
So definitely check out PJ. He was streaming today. I don't know if he still is, but he was at it hardcore. All right. Well, speaking of hardcore,
Bro
why don't you-
Force.
all right, read these off here.
We've got a whole bunch of Bro Force in here.
We've got a force of bro
A
force.
force of Bro Force indeed. Starting off is going to be low percent, 1642 by Mirror's Mind, who says,
End quote.
yes, and then he goes on to low percent arcade in 1419, where he says, yeah, it's me again. As you can see, I really like Broforce. This world record is a solid arcade low percent run, but can be improved by a lot. I got really lucky on a few levels. Let's see, and then we move on to Shadow Drafts, any percent arcade new game plus in 1306. He says, not much to say here, no really good RNG to be had, and my deaths destroyed the sub 13 pretty much. This can go way lower, and not sure what a great run looks like yet. And then, let me change the page. We got Mirrored Minds again.
Surprise, it's more bro force.
Yeah, Mirror's Mind, more Broforce. Any percent in 1440. This is not a new game. And he says,
Exactly.
so, good
Interesting.
stuff. A lot of Broforce.
I can't remember what arcade mode.
I know, we just had an episode.
We just had that episode, and I've already forgotten what the difference between any percent and any percent arcade is.
Well, it's tough if it's a game you're not running. Plus, you've been focusing on marathon stuff, so.
Right. Well, anyway, but good old Broforce. I really liked this game. I hadn't really had much exposure to it until we did our episode of it, and
Yeah, it just looks
I
cool.
think it's
over
super
the
cool.
top. It's wild.
cool. All right, well, we got a video here
We do
for
have a
Casual of
video here.
Illusion. Casual. Yeah, I'll try this a couple times until I
Casuals
get it.
every illusion around.
Cashews of Illusion.
Yes.
All right, the Illusion Cashews starring Mickey Mouse for the Sega Master System. This is an any percent run in 1339 by B-Trim. He says, I got a run to beat Polarity's unrecorded 1340 something. So here it is. It's cut off. I can't see it. 1340 even. So here it is. Now I need to take another 5 seconds off. So he beat the 1340 by 1 second and is expecting another 5 off. But Sega Master System runs slowly making their way into the speedrun mainstream.
Indeed. Been seeing a lot of them lately, actually, so yeah.
Right. And this is not the only Master System run we have this week.
Nope, definitely not.
Neat looking game.
It is.
I appreciate a good, 8-bit style platformer.
It looks very Mega Man style, to be honest.
Yeah, there's
At least the
the
screen
menus at the-
transition.
right, and the menus at the bottom show up in like a whole bunch of different NES games, Capcom NES games. I think we had like 4 games on SGL that all had that exact same bottom of the screen there.
Oh, yeah.
You can just imagine them like making platform after platform and just skinning them different ways and basically making the same game.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I never get tired of an NES platformer.
Not very true.
I also love this trope with being small and having like large desk items, large household items.
Well, of course, he's a mouse. Why
sure.
so big? All right. That takes care of that highlight, but
I didn't think Mickey was small though. Mickey is
yeah, no, Mickey's
size
kind of
in
regular
relation to,
size, I guess. I don't know.
unless we only see him in the context of very small objects, not with people. But I don't know. Do you ever see Mickey Mouse and people together? Oh, the conspiracy.
Not too often. Maybe he is people. Who knows? But good
What I
job,
do know
Beatrice.
is, yeah,
Yeah,
good
I do
job,
know
Joe.
that we have Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest for the NES, any percent 3431 by none other than K-Mac. The unstoppable juggernaut of classic NES CV runs. And he
Right,
says,
he's gradually dialing it back from Castlevania 3 to 2, and then 1, I believe, is going to be next. And after that, I'd like to see what happens when you underflow.
Castlevania Negative Infinity. It's a new ROM hack, trust me. Pretty good run utilizing the chain whip route. This route uses an RNG-dependent damage boost off of a blob to skip around 2.5 minutes of the game compared to Furious Paul's old world record route. In addition to the damage boost, Twitch user Z Brannigan found setups for most of the floor drops, which makes them consistent. Hey, that's nice. This time can be improved by at least another 20-30 seconds with a few more floor drops and riskier strategies. Finally, shout out to JC583 for routing everything after the blob boost. Yeah, he's been working on that one for a while now.
Doesn't even seem that long to me, really. I didn't seem that long ago that I saw him, still just getting up to speed on it. But I mean, after seeing what he's done with Castlevania 3, I guess it's not
Well, and CV1,
such a surprise to see, a run like this get taken down.
Yeah, as far as I know, at this point, he now holds the record for pretty much every, like, every standard run of classic CV games. I don't know if he's doing the new Castlevania 3, the glitch warp route. I think he's not too keen on that category, but
We'll see what happens.
I can understand that, though. You put a lot of work into a run, and then there's a glitch that skips, like, you know, a huge percentage of the game, so it's not really your cup of tea, I guess. I don't know. But
Yeah, I suppose.
I think
Well,
he said he wasn't going to run CV2 either, so give him enough time. And
Right, I know how that goes. I'll never run that game, and then next thing you know, you're doing it. Well, I'll suggest 8 Eyes and see if maybe he wants to go in that direction.
yeah, that could be. I don't know. That's kind of a theme as well. I remember PJ back in the day saying, yeah, I could never do runs of max difficulty Battletoads Arcade. And here we are with a 1cc. So maybe that's the secret to hot speed runs. You just pretend like you'll never do it, and then just go ahead and do it.
It's the zen of speedrunning. I'm not going to speedrun this game, and that's how I do it. Well, speaking of zen speedruns, we have
Yeah.
a Contra co-op any percent run in 9 minutes 54 seconds. So this is quite sub 10. I believe the last run they had was under 10, but it was like 9:59 or something like that, right?
It was something like that. I remember them. Actually, it was at AGDQ, if I'm not mistaken. I think you and I were over there routing our Kisses ring or something like that. Or
That's right, and
about
they were
it.
recording off in the corner in the practice
Yeah,
room.
and I just remember them high-fiving and shouting, Contra is sub 10! Look at these synchronized waterfall jumps, by the way, when they pop up on your screen. That is insanity. Because usually player 2 kills himself on waterfall. Like intentional deaths, but they decided to just fucking go for it, which is nuts.
Well, this is DK28 and Mr. K, by the way. That's who we're watching right now. And this is one of the fruits of the Contra Conference. He says here, the game that the Contra Conference is named after, Mr. K and I did a co-op run at AGDQ that clocked in at 9:59. That was amazing. Since that time, a couple new tricks have been found, and additionally, my play has improved greatly because of my quest for the sub-10 solo Contra run. Kay and I knew we could lower the co-op time from all of these things combined. If solo sub-10 Contra was the Holy Grail, then this run is the Ark of the Covenant. Awesome. This run is truly incredible, and I can't be happier with it, as well as the conference as a whole. Many thanks to Mr. K for being an awesome co-op partner, and I'll see you all next year for the Contra Conference 4. It's amazing. They've had 3 Contra conferences so far, and you're going to see a butt ton of Contra today. I think.
By the way,
last week, Contra got its ass handed to it.
Yeah, there was a lot of Contra. A lot of Contra.
All right.
Let you know when this highlight's done. One sec. All right. Should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and go for it.
All right. I'm going to move on up. So Contra 3, The Alien Wars for the Super Nintendo. This is the first run we have here is a co-op run of Joe Cool Games and DK28 doing low percent on easy difficulty in 1322. Part 2 of the Contra 3 co-op with DK28 and Joe Cool Games. This time attacking low percent. This run was easier to route, but harder to execute with no weapon pickups. Some minor slop, but minimal time lost. We had a few excellent boss fights, and overall the run was still good. We're actually doing these in reverse order. This is the one they did second. First, they worked on regular any percent Contra 3, which you're about to see in a moment, and then they went down to low percent.
Yep. But this is the low percent run.
Yeah, although you can still use bombs, I guess, because you start with one.
Yeah, you can use anything you start with. So they're allowed to use the one bomb that they start with, but can't pick up any more. And I can't remember if they're if the category allows for them to use any bombs that they get as a result of death.
You probably do, right? Why wouldn't you be able to?
I think so, but somebody in the chat might be able to clarify that for us. But yeah, absolutely no weapon or item pickups.
It's funny how fast stuff dies. I guess that's the beauty of co-op, is you have twice the damage. I don't think the hit points scale up of the enemies, but I could be wrong.
I don't know for sure. Again, chat probably could clarify that. Maybe they can give me some speech therapy as well.
I want to call up DK28 in the middle of the night and...
Hey,
I got a question for you. This is really important.
I will briefly take down the highlight video thinger here so that you all can see the world record page one more time, because we've shifted pages. Oh, it's like magic. To show the next set of Contra records, we got Contra 3: The Alien Wars, co-op any percent, the regular any percent. Just we get that video started now. And that was done in 11 minutes 58 seconds by Joe Cool Games and DK28. Says this was the first completed run of the Contra conference. This is a new category as no prior run existed. Joe Cool Games and I routed this out before the conference and put conference. I called it a conference, whatever.
The conference, not bad.
We're speedrunning like names, I guess, and put things to the test. Mr. K then tagged in a couple of ideas, mainly the stage 3 mid boss you fight on the wall and helping Joe on stage 5 with his movements. We were originally thinking a decent bit below sub 12 for a goal time, but attempts proved that just barely below 12 minutes was actually pretty dang optimal. So there you go. Seeing highlights from that. See, this is where you get to use the absolutely OP crash, or crush rather, not crash. Crash is the eagle.
Crash
thingy.
missiles.
Yeah.
Neat.
Pretty much as soon as their weak points open, things just die.
Did we hit the end of the highlight?
Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Oh, okay.
We are in Alien's Lair, or whatever it's called in this one.
The Alien Slayer, it probably is.
That gargoyle fight is such a freaking joke.
Like, whoop.
Huh, well, okay.
Very silly. All right, we should be hitting the end.
Yep, right about now. Right on ahead.
Cool. Well, congrats, you guys. Joe Cool Games and DK28 taking that one down.
Leaving the video
And
player.
we got more DK28 because he was quite a busy fellow last week. Contra Rebirth on the Wii, co-op hard any percent. So wait, in who? It just says on the runners. It just says DK28, but who is the other person? Oh, K and DK.
K, yeah.
It's Mr. K as well. We should correct that in the website. He says, when Contra Rebirth says hard difficulty, what it means is so much crap and explosions everywhere you can't see anything. So shout outs to Homing for actually not being homeless. The phrase of the game was, you don't need to see because Homing can. This game can be intense with stupid hard final boss, but K and DK made quick work of it. Final boss has 4 patterns, with only one being crazy. Of course he did it in this run. But the run is fantastic and has the best live audio commentary. Space helicopters.
You can't mess with Space Helicopter.
Charged crotch punch and space helicopter.
Indeed. No, they aren't lying, though. Usually the homing missile in Contra games, like the SNES and up, is just an absolute waste of time. But apparently in this one, it actually homes in on stuff instead of just, circling around enemies like a ridiculous idiot. So, but you can see, like, currently on the screen, all the explosions mean you can't see shit. So
I can imagine they're probably trying to keep it to a minimum, too, and it's still pretty bad.
All right, well, good job, Contra Conference. Crushing a whole bunch of stuff. That's not always see for them tonight, but for right now, we'll move on to Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness by Vita, on the Vita by Pink Pajamas. By Vita on the Pink Pajamas.
Yeah. Wow, have we had a Vita run before?
No, that's why we've got a picture of a microwave for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
But anyway, yeah, on the PS Vita, we've got 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 1 second. It says, I played the PSP version of Disgaea on the Vita from the version available in the PSN store. This is my second run of this game and beats every other run done by a significant margin. Before I started running the game, the record was 6 hours, 45 minutes, and my first run was 5:20 because I had many game overs. I used Monster Capture as a way to become extremely powerful. The problem with Monster Capture is that it can fail completely to RNG and give me a game over. Wow. In this run, I failed 2 out of the 8 captures once. There are still a lot of sections that need to be optimized, so sub 4 won't be too hard to get. There you go. Significant improvement then. Good job, Pink Pajamas.
Nice.
So, hey, more Mickey Mouse.
All right. More Mickey Mouse. This is Mickey in 3D now. Disney's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two. For the PC, this is any percent bad ending in 1 hour, 14 minutes, 38 seconds by The Englishman, who says, I'm getting closer and closer to an SDA submittable run. This run was pretty solid, with the only big mistake entering the slobber fight in Fort Wasteland. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was his usual moronic self, but in this run, his antics were funny rather than time-wasting. My sum of best splits is 1 hour, 10 minutes, 34 seconds, and once I get a low 113 or high 112, I will submit the run to Speed Demos Archives proper.
There you go.
Awesome. He's been working on this game for quite a while.
Yeah, we do seem to get a lot of highlights for it.
Yeah, I admire like really, trying to get something solid and not just submitting,
Yeah, you're
whatever you end up with.
Yeah, well, nobody else is running this game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same with Demon Head. It's just like, if nobody else is going to run it, it better have a damn good run. That's the. I don't know, I guess that's my philosophy with it.
Right. Some people have a very different philosophy on that, but I definitely see the appeal of really trying to
Yeah.
debut it onto the scene with as good a run as possible.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Any percent bad ending. It's probably not so bad, right? It just sounds that way from the category, like it's the ending where everyone gets killed and
I was going to say, Mickey
no one gets any
dies.
Christmas presents.
Yeah,
All the puppies run away.
it's probably true. Hey, speaking of things with dogs involved in it, we've got a run for Fable 2 on the
Is
360.
there dogs involved in it?
It does have dog.
All right, good.
It's a dog you will love, according to Peter Molyneux. It's on the 360, any percent in 30509 by Darklight Boko, and let me get the video up, and then I'll read off some commentary for it. It says, overall pretty good. The run is getting pretty optimized, but there's still some time left to be saved. Currently aiming for 303XX. That's the same year Mega Man was born, I think. Here's some little information about the run. We buy a house in Oakfield that allows us to do an infinite XP glitch by selling a permanent bonus over and over again. Magic is by far the best way to deal with the enemies since you can hit multiple of them all at once, and it does a lot of damage. We disable autosaves and install the game on the console, making loading screens faster, which makes a huge difference since this game is filled with loading screens. Also, this game has one of the best glitches ever in a video game. It's a glitch where your character is stuck in a falling animation. You'll probably be able to notice in the video highlights.
Yeah, it is pretty apparent. I'm not seeing enough dogs.
Yeah, I'm wondering where Dog is. I thought Dog was in Fable 2. I swear I remember that. Because I haven't played Fable 3. But I had a dag.
Just kick that thing. Sorry, I'm way behind you. You're looking at something else, aren't you?
Indeed.
Yeah, this game's not broken. That's the one thing about this run. There's no game-breaking glitches.
Except for being
besides
trapped in a
all
falling
the
animation.
game-breaking glitches that you're seeing.
Oh man. Yeah, see that title at the top. Your dog growls when enemies are nearby. Note that your dog will not lead you to buried items when there are enemies nearby. So there are dogs in that game. I was correct. All right.
I
That's
didn't
it.
doubt you for a moment.
Good man.
Cool. Well, Floating Runner is a game for the PS1.
That it is.
So any percent run of that game was done in 15 minutes 40 seconds by Caveman DCJ. Who says, a fancy new route. There is an even fancier route that I can use now. Even so, that's a long 40 seconds between me and a sub 15. Hopefully I can slog through it.
Indeed. Remember he picked this up at SGDQ.
Yeah, they got a bunch of PS1 games from that thrift store or something. They came back with a whole ton of gold.
Like the Frog Golf
Bargain
game
bin
or whatever
gold.
it was. Yeah, it was all bargain bin shit. It was fantastic.
Army men. Cool.
Yeah,
All right, well, congrats, Caveman.
Yeah, definitely.
Another excellent game.
Oh man, God Hand.
Speaking of excellent games,
Yes.
or just downright silly, we got God Hand, PS2, easy mode, new game plus, in 1 hour, 10 minutes, 3 seconds, by Zanaso Bainka. What? Zanaso Bainka. And, we do have a comment. And his comment is, the difference between the time on the video and Landfair and the record is the time difference between load times on HDL, 0.8C, and the physical disc shown in the video. Okay.
There you go.
Guess that explains that,
So yeah,
maybe.
it's basically, I'm assuming he like installed it to a hard drive somehow or something like that.
I see.
Just used like a disk loader or something.
That
Yeah,
makes
HDL,
sense.
probably hard drive loader. Or something along those lines. Yeah, this is a really stylish game. It's really cool. I am terrible at it, but I've played it a couple of times. It's a lot of fun.
It looks really silly the way the guy runs. That's the thing that always stands out to me.
Yeah, it's
And a lot
very
of the run is running.
It's very exaggerated, cool style. Yeah, God Hand is a great game. More people should play it.
And all the rabbit punches.
Mm-hmm. And moving from God Hand to a different type of god, it's the God of War. Oh, Kratos is back. EXE has done it on the PS3, any percent new game plus in an hour 47:23. He says, I submitted my previous record last week, but I improved that run by over 2 minutes. Hey, good stuff. It's possible to get a sub 146 with this route, but faster times are only possible with insane tricks. My goal is to learn all of them and try to get a sub 140 run. This run is played by with the Tycoonius costume. It gives you more red orbs, more damage, but also less defense. So, congrats to you, EXE.
Yeah, indeed. It's always a fun game to see speedrun.
Fiesel, you're a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Yes. Possibly
Or
pinball wizard.
A pinball wizard. Well, yes, true. But Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets has got nothing to do with any of that.
This is true.
This is a PC PAL version of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I don't know why it's funny to me every time. We're probably the only two people who find this amusing.
The
still.
PC is your pal. It just pisses Flicky off.
Even when he's not here, we do it, though. It doesn't make sense.
Still makes me laugh.
But any percent in 52 minutes, 52 minutes, 0 seconds, 0.16. So just barely not 52 minutes by Resprite, who says, very strong run. Less than a minute behind my sum of best now. Ultimate goal for this category is currently 51xx, and I was less than 0.2 of a second off that. I would love to chip away more off this time, but this run had so much good in it. All the strats were implemented quickly, and most of them on the first attempt. This run was deathless and was able to take the starting health potion into the Basilisk fight, a rather difficult feat considering the amount of enemies out that have it in for me. Not to mention occasions where I intentionally take fall damage to go fast. No, to go fast.
Go fast. So fast.
Cool.
You're still a wizard. And I still have a highlight reel to find. Let's get
no, it's this. I couldn't get this one to convert. So I'm sorry, we don't get to see a highlight video of this.
What? No, I mean for the next game.
Oh, for the next game.
Yes.
All right.
You're still a wizard, so you should.
The videos that we've seen of this have been of the previous Harry Potter games, so we actually haven't. I don't think we've seen a video of this on TSSB yet. But hopefully, if it gets submitted again, we'll be able to get a highlight reel done for it, so you can see it. But there's more Harry Potter that we get to watch here. This is Harry Potter, the Quidditch World Cup on the GameCube, done in 57 minutes, 23 seconds by Skybills, who says, this is basically press A, the run. The golden snitch is only released after filling the bar displayed at the center of the screen. By far, the most efficient way of filling this bar is to pass the quaffle quickly with few or no interceptions by the other team. Catching the golden snitch is the most difficult part of the run because the pattern seems to be random. If anyone wants to speedrun this game, it is important to remember that this is a test of endurance on your fingers. Special thanks to Author Blues for helping me out with speedrunning strategies.
Nice.
Wow, well, you really sell it. This makes me want to run this. Endurance and pressing A lot.
It's like Fiesel's specialty. Skybills, watch out. He's coming for the record.
That's right. Something dumb and repetitive I could do to get a record?
Yes.
Count me in.
God damn it, I'm there. We're seeing a lot of repeat names tonight, and Caveman DJC, or DCJ. I keep calling him DJC, I don't know why. But yeah, Caveman DCJ is no exception. Jade Cocoon, Story of the Tamamayu. PS1, any percent, 108.43. It says, fellow runner Jack of Hearts came up with some inspired strats, which prompted me to improve my time. Sadly, this run is straight ass. And there you have it.
There you have it.
If you guys want to see a run of straight ass, you go check that one out.
I recommend you don't Google that. Just use the link. Okay. All right.
Oh, man. This is mind-blowing. What's coming up next?
Yes, Kaizo Mario. Yeah. Always mind-blowing to see this run done. The first time I ever saw this run, it was a TAS of it, and I was like, oh, wow, there's no way a human could do this. But no, indeed, a human can do this, although Dram55, to call him a human is a bit of an...
Yeah, I was going to say, barely qualifies.
Misnomer there.
More of a robot, but...
Right, but this is a 14:56 run, any percent in Kaizo Mario World. This run is almost 2 minutes faster than the last one I submitted, he says. There is one unintentional death that loses 20 seconds. The rest of it pretty much went as planned. There is an old task from 2008 that's within 33 seconds. I hope to beat that one day. Excited to do this at AGDQ if it gets past the second round of cuts. Flicky has pretty testicles. So does PJ, and Fiesel can't forget about Duckfist.
But you can forget about me, you sons of bitches.
Wow. I just read right into that, didn't I?
Sort of so.
We could have screened these, but I figured we could trust this guy.
You know.
To not reveal details about our things.
Yep. I paid him to not reveal mine.
Yeah, we left you out of there because, well, I guess if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
Probably so. It's not my fault I embarrassed him. Good lord, the execution here is just ridiculous. I went and watched the whole run the other day. It is absolutely bananas.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
I think this auto-scroller just gets faster and faster.
Yeah. This one with all the moving platforms, I think this is where he had his unintentional death. But I can't remember. This might be a new version of the run, but holy shit. Y'all imagine doing this crap deathless.
Yeah, this one-hit death here. He's small Mario through this thing. They're not giving you some power-ups. You got to do this all.
Yes.
As a little guy.
Pretty freaking crazy.
And nuts.
So yeah, I highly recommend going to check out that run, because it's
yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then try playing the ROM hack. Go get that ROM
exactly.
hack and actually try
After
it.
you see him make it look pretty easy, then you go try it and just
You're like, oh, I could do this. Just jump on this and that. Oh, it's easy.
10-to-1 odds your controller's through the freaking wall in like a minute.
All right. So, speaking of through the wall, no, actually, he doesn't go through the wall on this. That's not how it goes. Okay, but this is Kirby's Adventure for the NES. Any percent glitched, which technically I guess would be any percent, but this is any percent using a large skip glitch, getting the run finished in 1 minute, 1 second, 0.98 centiseconds. So we have just over 102. I'm sorry, just under 102 for this run by controller head. He said, this is a slightly modified task route. The first 30 seconds of the run are pretty normal. I then swallow 2 enemies and manipulate the power cycler by holding down B, which will always yield stone. If Waddle Doo spawns second after the first enemy. This clip is brutal. It is sub-pixel perfect between every 16 by 16 pixel slope area, followed by a precise 1-frame jump. If you can pull the jump off, then you can land on the floor of the water, but still out of bounds. So the game thinks you're on land. Then walk into the water area, then you activate the stone underwater. The game is not programmed to handle this situation. It normally crashes. However, if you pause exactly 13 frames after you activate the stone, on the frame it crashes. Sometimes the game brings you to the credits. Sometimes it doesn't. You could perform everything correctly and still not get the credits, but this time it did. This run could be slightly improved, but I'm happy for now.
There you go.
So I guess there is a little bit of going through a wall, but there's also a bunch of other weird stuff using this stone in the water.
Pretty neat. Oh man, it's time for that Gloff. Who doesn't love Gloff?
It's our first Gloff game. All right, we got Mario Gloff for the Golf Boy Color. Marion Club in 8 minutes 51 seconds by Tapatio J, who says, the Marion Club time has been getting crushed by myself and Nesgoomba over the past few weeks, this run beating Goomba's previous world record by 6 seconds. A solid front nine, despite some bad shots and POW selections, but an incredible back nine highlighted by 4 straight chip-ins on holes 14 through 17, and a sand save on 18 really made the run, and 18 is what we're seeing here in this.
Mm-hmm.
The Golf Boy Color.
Golf Boy Color. Excellent. Who doesn't love the Golf Boy? I'll bet Marissa and Alice love the Golf Boy. They also love the PC because apparently the PC is their pal. I'm just saying.
Oh, Marissa and Ellis are in the next game. That was
That
very
exactly
subtle
they are.
transition there. I didn't even notice it.
It's all floors in 3213 by Pink Pajamas. Told you there's a lot of repeat names this week. I was behind for most of the run, but knowing I could save a lot of time on the final stages, I kept going. I did 8-6 last because of the hardest stage on the final floor, and if I play it well, then I'll get too nervous and choke the other stages. Know that feeling. 8-6 is the hardest stage because the very end of it has a really dumb segment that is nearly impossible to make consistent, and you lose about 1 minute each time you fail it. In this run, I saved myself from dying there with a clutch broom ride, giving me the record by 55 seconds. Wow, nice improvement. Strong, cutting a minute off almost.
All of the scroll bars on the side. Such a clever setup.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. Good stuff. All right.
Let me know when that one's over.
Oh, it is. It is. I have to change the page, though. Chat goes a little bit bananas if I don't do that right away.
It's very important.
It is. I mean, we've got another PC PAL run. I told you we'd be hearing names recently.
There's so many PC PAL runs. Yikes.
Everybody loves PC.
Yeah, I guess so. Even our pals on the other side of the ocean. So Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne for the PC. Any percent run in 3102 without loads by Shrimp, who says, since my last good run of this game, the two big tricks have been found, allowing me to bring off about 1 minute. Another 40 seconds or so has come off due to cleaner execution and minor optimizations. This run is single segment and without any major mistakes, so I'm putting this game aside until either my time is beaten or another big skip is found.
Cool. Congrats to Shrimp. Also, noting that the game itself plays right into my hands and my theme for the night of repeating names. It is Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne.
Right. I was struck by the fact that it begins and ends with Max Payne. Mm-hmm. If they could have just snuck Max Payne in the title one more time, it would have been perfect.
It's true. Max Payne 2, Max Payne Falls, The Fall of Max Payne.
Yeah.
Max Payne in the terrible, horrible, very bad, no good day. Oh, very cool. Good job, Shrimp. Oh,
excellent
man.
stuff. It's good to see some Max Payne.
We got some Mega Man here.
Oh, yeah. Mega Man 10 for the Wii?
Yes, we do.
Any percent bass.
Not bass.
Minutes. Not bass. Any percent bass. With go with shrimp, right? Shrimp and
there you go. Shrimp and bass. Perfect.
We'll say that that's the connection. Any percent bass in 3253 by Tonic, who says Mega Man 10 is the last classic Mega Man game released, featuring quick weapon switching. Although Mega Man is a much more competitive category and is much more important to me, Bass was a fun side project for a few weeks, but it's behind me for now. Bass features a rapid-fire buster, treble boost, and a dash mechanic. Luckily, most of my Mega Man skills and boss fights translated very well. This 3253 is a decent run with Wily 5 manipulation, which is a frame-perfect manipulation of the last stage to ensure a good pattern on Capsule Wily.
Good stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. You got to try to get the right pattern to by playing the stage in a frame-perfect manner. Huh.
Oh, speaking of big Mega Man records, though. Mega Man 2 for the NES has been dropped down. Any percent normal 2659 by... I never know how to pronounce this. It's like Elanija or Elanagia. I'm not sure. But
Elanija. I don't know. Any of those.
Either way, every time I read it, it looks like Hello Ninja. So, hello Ninja. No. But seriously, let me get this video started, and then the Elusive 26, one of those how did this happen runs. Popped in my cart with no practice and decided to do some offline full runs to warm up rather than do the usual ILs. Figured I'd record it as well, and this happened in my first run. Don't know how or why a 26 happened in normal before Rockman 2. I have a weird connection with the US version of the game. I seem to finish more runs than Rockman 2, which doesn't make any sense, since all the stages are exactly the same. Starting to believe I have a magic cart. This is the third time I've PB'd the first run I put that cart in. Don't feel like playing against these splits ever again, seeing as I got my godliest heat luck ever, see highlight. And I have 0 menu mistakes the entire run. Menuing is impossible. I don't know how this happened either. Now all that remains is the pesky Rockman 2 26. So yeah.
Well, Mega Man 2 action. There's actually a difference.
Indeed.
According to Hello Ninja.
I have not had a chance to watch this run yet, but I would really like to see it. That's something on my to-watch list, I do believe. Should be on your to-watch list too, chat. And I love the zips in these games.
Yeah.
Mega
And I
Man
love
games are so
just-
freaking broken.
it's so cool that the new tech keeps coming to light, new strategies, and this is like a game. Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 to some extent. Way back in the day, I used to think, oh man, these runs are going to be untouchable. Who could beat
Yeah, they're so
these runners?
optimized.
It's so optimized. But with the game that's so broken, just like being anywhere in the neighborhood of the world record is a good place to be, because then the next time some new strat happens, there's room to go up.
Yep. No,
People
definitely.
shouldn't be too discouraged to run a game just because they're not going to be able to grind out the frames needed to beat the current record as good as even as good as they can get at it, because one of these days something will change and the field will be open again.
Yep, definitely.
Mega Man 2 shows us this.
That it does.
Cool. But awesome. Congrats to Elo Ninja and also to Tonic for giving us 2 great Mega Man runs tonight.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, this is Metal Slug 3D up next here for the PS2 Japanese version. Easy mode in 4649 by Zanasco by Bayunka.
Another repeat name.
I know I'm not saying that right. I feel like a fool mispronouncing it over and over again. But repeat names is the theme. Says, very straightforward game. Absolutely no RNG involved. All execution.
And it references the hard drive loader
Also,
again.
yeah, HDL again.
Repeat names. You can't stop me.
Right, another repeat name here.
Yes, indeed.
Is Skybill's playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the game, for the Genesis. Any percent run done in 2709. Who says, we lost the notes from the last time, but the notes are to see the notes from the last time. And I'm sure the notes from the last time said, see the next set of notes.
Skybills is just effing with us right now. How to confuse an idiot all day. See page 2.
Turn paper over.
Yeah.
But anyway, also the highlight timestamps got lost as well, so I just picked out some stuff where some fighting was happening, so I apologize, Skybills, for not doing your highlight justice. But
That would be humorous. And of course, now that we've said that, we're going to get that.
right.
Please use same comments as last time. Please use same comments as next time. That's not an invitation, chat. These enemies are ridiculous.
I know. Is it wrong that I think of Voltron when I see that thing?
Absolutely not, because that was exactly what I thought. And I'll form the head. I think I said head better than anybody else in a freaking cartoon ever. All right. Good
Cool.
stuff, Skybills.
Yes, congrats on that. Oh, another great game coming up here.
Oh, yeah. Our very own Duckfist.
Our very own Duckfist has brought us Mitsumi Gatoru for the Famicom. Any percent run in 1808. He says, I felt like an asshole for opening my big mouth about having a better unrecorded Mitsumi Gatoru last time. So I recorded a run that improves my claimed time by 37 seconds and improves over the previous submission.
Something's very wrong with the highlight.
Does the highlight look right?
It's very amusing.
I didn't make this one. Duckfist made it himself.
Oh my god, if he did this on purpose, I love Duckfist to the ends of the earth now.
It was a secret. I didn't get to see it before the show.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna mute my mic. Please read the comments.
All right, I'll try. What's happening? Okay, so he says, oh, geez. There's still a lot of slop, but I nailed the elevator skip and most of the boss quick kills. It is hard to get consistent times in this game because of how much time you can lose by missing any trick. While this is under 2 minutes from the task, I think this can be reasonably improved by another 30 seconds in real time. This is a pretty neat speed game.
Oh my god.
I can't see anything.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Is this candleless? What's
It's a joke. Remember, his previous run was unrecorded. So here's his video proof of the new one.
Do you think
It's a minute 30 long blank video.
Do you really think that was his
Yes. If he kept it a secret up until now, holy crap,
Probably.
that's fucking funny.
I'm on the fence on this one, man. I don't know. Are we just fools for staring at this at a improperly rendered video?
Why do you think I let it run? Oh my god.
Okay.
Duckfist, you beautiful bastard.
All right. I think they've seen enough of Mitsumi through. So if
No,
that
they
doesn't
haven't.
make you want to play the game, I don't know what will.
They haven't seen shit. Oh man. Unfortunately, Duckfist's record has broken up what would be an entire page of Neo Contra. An entire page. There
That's
are
right. We've got a force of Neo Contra here.
5 Neo Contra. Right?
5 fingers of Neo Contra. All right. So why don't you just play the Murph run?
I
and
will.
I'll go through these here. So I apologize, we couldn't make highlights for each of the individual runs, but they didn't have a timer shown in the video, so it was impossible to get the timestamps off of it. But anyway, we have a bunch of runs of Neo Contra for PS2. This is all fruit of the Contra conference as well, and most of this stuff co-op. You're watching the single-player run from Murphigator, but right here we've got, the first thing we got on the list is the co-op new game 100% hit rate co-op with Murphigator and Mr. K in 20 minutes 12 seconds, who says this run was probably the top priority as we were able to have Murph out for the conference. He and Mr. K put a lot of work to bring this run together rather quickly. They were able to sync up very well and work together fluidly. As they were looking to do a few categories on Neo Contra, getting this first run done was a major accomplishment. So there we go. Neo Contra now joins the ranks of the Contra games that have had their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm. 5 times
but then,
over this one, though.
Exactly, and the whooping continues because now we've got a co-op New Game Plus 100% hit rate run. So it's New Game Plus version of the above in 15 minutes 10 seconds. So they took about 5 minutes off that with New Game Plus. Again, Murphigator and Mr. K. He says, the Neo Contra train continues. Still the 100% category. This time Murph and K go after New Game Plus, which has much superior weapons and is thus much faster. There was still the challenge of routing, skill, and execution, as you still need to destroy and kill all the necessary things. Again, the guys were able to work together and pull out a great run.
Yeah, for the record, the hit rate is, there's certain kills and certain targets around the way that are around the level that you have to get. They count to hit percent. Like random, I think random just, your typical bog standard Contra dude doesn't really count. Or maybe some of them do, but some of them don't. But yeah, it's mostly specific enemy kills and specific things you have to take out. So, but yeah, it's definitely some routing going on for that sort of thing. But yeah, then it moves on. Murphigator with 3 solo runs. He's got any percent New Game Plus in 10 minutes 30 with a comment that says 6V laser and katana, enough said. New game 100% hit rate from Murph with 23:47 is the time. Spread gun is pretty good. And the video you're seeing right now is the Neo Contra New Game Plus 100% hit rate 1709, also by Murphigator. A couple of sloppy deaths, but New Game Plus involves extremely risky play. So there you go.
That's neat. I like that 100% category. Just certain things you have to, certain targets.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get those on the way.
That's kind of neat. It's different than a lot of Contra games. I don't think there's other Contra games that have any kind of good 100% definition for them. So yeah, that's unique.
Definitely.
Cool. Let me know when we're all Contra'd
yeah, we're
out.
just about Contra'd out. Got about 10 seconds left.
Good job. So Murphigator alone and Murphigator with the help of Mr. K took out 5 New Contra times.
Yep.
Nice.
Let me switch that page so that Murphigator's run's featured up at the top now. Y'all have seen enough of the other runs. No. Good stuff from the Contra conference.
Yeah, is that all the Contra we've got, or is there... oh no,
nope, I don't think so.
I thought there's one more thing.
Should be.
All right, well, we won't. I could be wrong about that. We'll see. We'll be surprised by it. So the next game we got here is NES Open Tournament Golf for the NES. This is the US course in 9 minutes 14 seconds, 0.58 by Game J06. Who says, on a game that has 80 possible setups per hole, I finally got good RNG combination and great shots to save 7 seconds off my time. This might have been sub 9 minutes, but really bad RNG on the last hole. I was 18 seconds ahead of the start of 18 seconds ahead at the start of hole 18, but still just a great one. Just good stuff to see this guy playing the game
Right.
over and maintaining his record. Because
Maintaining that cloth.
yeah, because to really, it's the holes are set up randomly, and of course, depending on which pattern you get with the hole, it could save or lose a lot of time. So you really have to be tolerant of that in your speed run and be willing to reset. So it really is an accomplishment, I think, to continue to improve your run if that's what you have to do.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Congrats, Game Geo6. New Super Marissa Land. Am I reading that correctly?
You are indeed.
New Super Marissa Land for the PC. Oh, okay. I've seen this game. For the PC, this is all mushrooms and 3628 by Raindrop Dry.
Raindrop Dry, apparently not friends with his PC, as that is not his pal.
Yeah, not PAL. This is just regular PC. Says, sloppy beginning, but the run catches up and saves all the time from most of the big mistakes that I did in the previous run. Many strats are being found. Shoutouts to Yoshi Fan 28. So I'll definitely aim for a lower time.
Right on. We're seeing a highlight of it right here.
Yeah, but we have had this on the show. I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
I was confused at first because I was thinking of a Super Marissa World, which is not this. It's a very pretty game to look at.
Yep. It's like solid precision platforming type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. Cool. All right, highlight is done. And move on to Nicktoons Racing for the GBA. All Cups Hard, 1739.29 by Dugong. Says, Holy Frijoles. Insightful
That's
commentary
right.
as always. Let's see. And then we've got a Nimbus record. This was a really cool game. I remember this being... Did we have this on as a TSSB? Yeah, we did. We had a TSSB
We have done a game of the week of this, yes.
Yeah. Really cool game. I think Blecky was on that day. Let's see here. It's PC any percent, also not the PAL PC, but just PC. 1857 by Cure Delta says this run is a 3-second improvement on Nebeth's 19 flat set in November. While the first 3 worlds were very tidy, there's room for improvement in worlds 4 and 5. Time of 1830 looks feasible, so I hope to improve this soon. Yeah.
Still expecting to take almost 30 seconds off a run that just beat the world record by 3 seconds. So that's ambitious.
No, apparently worlds 4 and 5 definitely had some improvement to make, I guess. I mean, just going by the comments. Yeah, it's like, look, there's a lot to do, all right? I'm getting to it.
But I'm sure that's what Cure Delta sounds like.
Exactly. Everybody who I don't know what their voice sounds like some Jersey guy to me.
Right, some Jersey gangster.
Exactly. Who would do such a thing? How much time do you think can come off of this run? Who's asking? You got an awful lot of questions, buddy. Yeah, it's a really cool game. I've played a little bit since the TSSB episode, but I haven't had time to really sit down and play a lot of it. But really cool ass game. Right on. Well, cool.
Neat.
Good stuff.
Good old Nimbus. I never get tired of watching that game.
Page change.
Page change?
Ah, it is Evolution 2. I mean, Noise You Love 2. And apparently the highlight for that disappeared on me. What in the world?
There's no Noi to Love 2?
No, I can't find the highlight for it. It has vanished on me. I thought I had it in here. Hold on, let me check.
We can come back to this. You want to just jump ahead?
One sec. Let me make sure that I've either got it or don't got it. No, it apparently did not download. Shit. Means I'll have to open this up again.
Yeah, why don't you... Yeah, we'll go back and do this one last.
That doesn't have to be last. Just go ahead and do Portal first, and then I'll grab this real quick. Shouldn't take long.
Sounds good. All right, next one we got on the list here is Portal for the PC Japanese version. PCJ. Is that really true? Inbounds. Are we having our chains yanked here?
Maybe.
So this is an inbounds run in 12 minutes, 29.9 seconds by Blizzik. And if you're not familiar with inbounds, it's basically, well, I mean, staying inbounds is the constraint, but you're still doing a whole bunch of other, not intended stuff. So it's still sort of an arbitrary category in a way, but it is really cool to see because it causes people to play this very technical game in yet another way, and we get more great speedruns out of it. So I like the inbounds category for that reason. But he says, "This is the first run I've had that feels like it was good." I think we can empathize with that.
Yes,
the
indeed.
speedrunners in the audience.
All right, we've got about 8 seconds left on the highlight grab here, and I will put it up. If you want to go ahead and start reading Noise You Love To, I will put up the video
Sure.
ASAP.
But definitely watch that Portal Inbounds run because it is it's a really cool category to watch. All right, so we got Noi 2 Love 2 for the PC PAL. Any percent Rilo in 1506 by Caveman DCJ. Another repeat name.
Indeed.
He says, always felt I needed a Rilo run. I typically run all stages. Hardest, as is the more difficult, longer, better category. However, Rilo sucks butt compared to Zoda and Almond. So I took this opportunity to show off what an 80% run entails. It involves playing on the easiest difficulty and skipping the last stage by wrong warping to the credits, which really isn't special. You just click continue twice on the second to last stage and it just sort of puts you there.
Oh.
So this could, yeah, really difficult long warps. This could go sub 15, but I just wanted to show off some Rilo stuff.
Cool.
It's probably Relo, and I'm sounding like a fool to anyone who knows this game. There's a lot of that tonight. That's another repeat motif here.
Indeed.
Fun looking game, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember we've had this on the show before. I remember this rolling down the barrel
That we have.
down the hill here.
And this is your weekly reminder that Noise You Love spelled backwards is evolution.
Yeah, this is your reminder that you should go around and look at any word that you can't figure out and see if it spells something backwards.
It's true.
You'd be surprised.
Like Nimbus
love-
will eventually be
have
sub-min.
like a, well, yeah, Nimbus will be sub-min.
Sometime. They'll break the minute mark.
Yeah. Good old Night to Love. All right.
Indeed.
Neat.
Hey, now we got something that you might know something a little bit about, maybe.
A little bit about, sort of. Well,
Just
maybe. I've never
maybe.
played this game, but this is a Sega Master System run of Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia for the SMS. Any percent has been done in 1519 by Tasco DLX.
Wow, this is the Master System?
SMS Prince of Persia. Really, real interesting looking, right? It looks like none of the other ones.
Yeah, it's much prettier than the version you play.
Yeah, it's so ornate. Okay, but anyway, he says, Holy Prince of Persian Empire. Shoutouts to Fiesel and his NES. Well, there you go. I would be shouting out Sega Master System at this point, because compared to the bland-looking NES version, this looks crazy. But anyway, look at those skips. This has got screen wraps a la Zelda 1. And
Wow.
you can use those to skip a lot of fights. He's even got some top-to-bottom screen wraps, I think, too. This game looks so stupidly broken. I love it.
Yeah, holy shit. Just jump off ledge, end up in next... Wow, whatever.
Yeah. What is this?
Get fucking wrecked, Prince of
love it.
Persia.
It's so funny how most of and all the Prince of Persia games besides the one I run are horribly broken.
That jump
For
in
me.
midair, that's beautiful. Wow, I guess they traded all the game working as intended for graphics. It's the prettiest version of Prince of Persia you'll ever play. It works like shit, but hey, whatever. Yeah, that is amazing.
Awesome.
Wow, what a really cool... Jesus.
Neat.
That is
So this is very similar level layouts to the NES and the Apple and DOS versions, but there's a few little differences to it. And of course, it's
Yeah, I
broken
was
in a
gonna
way
say,
that I
yeah,
haven't
like
seen.
broken shit. That's pretty. That's some pretty busted Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that
Good stuff,
final boss bit is just what's going on. But awesome. Well, congrats, Tasco DLX. I'm glad to see this game finally making its debut on the scene here.
Yeah, really.
Very cool. Let's see if we can get all like 30 versions of Prince of Persia speedrun, please.
Yes, please.
Get the Amiga. Bust your Amigas out, everyone.
Get to it, you slackers. Come on. Hey, look, it's a PC PAL
Another
game.
PC PAL, of course.
It
PC
is.
PAL going crazy. And these are
It
not
is.
the same person doing it. This is
No.
like literally every PC runner is writing this now.
Skinnerbox over here in the chat. Sleep. As soon as we start calling it out, everybody's got to get in on the action. calling the PC your pal, and it's good because the PC deserves your love. And Onan showed it some love with playing Risk of Rain, any percent monsoon in 1620. Says it took me 2 days of effort to steal this record from Shadow Draft. This run is bad. The monsoon difficulty is inherently 2.5 minutes worth of waiting slower than Rainstorm, but otherwise shouldn't be slower anywhere else, so 1430 run is possible. I just did this in between vanilla percent monsoon runs where our Lord and Master RNGesus is busting my balls. Flicky, behind you, a three-headed monkey. I'll be sure to scare him with that.
Can't hear you.
I know, I'll be sure to scare him with it next time.
Okay. We'll write him a note.
We will.
One of those little notes. Today you missed three-headed monkey.
Indeed. Congrats, Onan. BGW is not pals with his PC, but he still plays games on it. And he played Rosenkreuz Stilletta on any percent TIA in 3130. Still horrible. I'll improve this again soon. Good to see the
we had
speedrunner.
2 horrible runs in a row.
I know, it's good to see the speedrunner tradition takes care, like, you know, just keeps going. World record run was shit.
Right. I like how Onan was like, oh, I beat this other guy's run, but my run was horrible.
Yeah.
So that makes your run less, it makes it worse than horrible.
Exactly.
So suck it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
All right. Page change.
Right.
Go.
Shinobi.
Shinobi.
It's it's Shinobi for the NES, though. This is not the Shinobi that
You know and love. Yeah.
It's not the Shinobi you know and love. This is some other Shinobi. Which you'll come to love after a while. So this is Shinobi NES, any percent in 10 minutes 12 seconds by Infinite Mystery, who says, a lone man embarks on a mission to save kidnapped children from the clutches of evil. This ninja upgrades his weapon from his trusty shuriken to a gun to make his job much easier.
Good plan.
There are various hostages I jump over to not spawn a bonus stage, which can happen optionally at the end of most levels, except for one that requires a pixel-perfect jump in 4-2 after crossing a pit.
That boss. Kill 3 ninjas, helicopter explodes. It seems legit.
Other than some mistakes during some boss battles and stages, one major time savings is due to a despawn of most enemies due to sword-leaping ninjas in stage 4-1. I still have some seconds to save, but I'll wait until I get a NES cart and just practice now for consistency. I did not know that Shinobi NES was a thing. I knew. Pretty sure I've never played this.
I had an extremely troubled gaming childhood. First game ever, Life Force. Second game, Simon's Quest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at those things.
I was always hyped to rent video games, like, you know, go to Blockbuster Video or something like that and rent a game, then find out it was god-awful.
Well, most of the time.
Ah, Shinobi, I played that arcade game. Damn.
Shinobi, that's got to be good. I'll load this bonus game.
Yeah.
That bonus game highlight. Patoo. All right.
Good old Masked Ninja will carry us out to the next game. Good stuff, Infinite Mystery.
Yes, congrats on that.
Next, we got Super Mario 64. It's, not surprisingly, on the N64. Not the PC, not your pal. That's a 120 star and 142.41 by Puncation, who says... And he didn't even use any puncation with that.
Punctuation. Oh, I get it. That's funny.
Here to help with jokes.
Good assist there.
Yes. Mario continues. That's a name we've seen a lot of. Mario Golf, Mario 64, Mario World.
Mario 64, Super Mario World. All right. Yeah, Super Mario World. This is, I guess this is the Japanese Super Mario World, but this is any percent no coins is the category, which is interesting. Not one that I guess I have seen people do no coins runs back in the day, but I did not realize this was a competitive speedrun category, but it is an interesting challenge because it's sort of hard to avoid the coins. 11 minutes 15 seconds by Author Blues is the time. He says this is a 1 second improvement to the previous record by Virus 610. This category started out as a challenge, but ended up having some interesting routing as well as generally making use of any percent strats that predate the Chucky glitches such as Orb and Cloud, as those both involve collecting a coin in the process. I see, so that cuts out those Yoshi, null eating glitches. The improvements were mostly in execution of the earlier stages, as this run had an abysmal Bowser fight. I intend to lower this category to sub 11 minutes.
Good stuff, Author.
I was implored not to show the Bowser fight.
Okay, well, so we did.
But yeah, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
HD
Could that
remix.
really be?
It can be. Super
So we've
Puzzle
got
Fighter
a
2
pair
HD or Turbo HD remix.
A pair of SPF2T HDRs for the PS3.
That's not very much protection from the sun. You guys need to wear a higher SPF count if you're going out.
SPF2?
Yeah.
Why even bother? Well, we got an any percent X Expert in 541 by Blue Bomber, and an any percent X Expert Devilot in 650 by Blue Bomber. For the first one, he says, a calm run of this game. Wasn't even paying attention to my splits. The great stages were Stage 3 versus Ken with a great 3 chain. Stage 5 was decent, but I mention it for the amazing build. Stage 6 versus Felicia is the one to help get me over. Akuma almost destroyed the run, but he didn't have anything to break with after my attack.
Cool.
So that's what we're seeing.
We're watching. Yeah, this is the highlight from that right now. And then shortly after, we will pop on over to the Devilot run. Devilo.
All right. The Devilo. I said Devilot.
I have no idea.
That's what it looks like to me.
Devilo 7.
Devilo. All right. In 650 for Devilot, who says, I went to grind out Devilot, and during this stream, I had 3 PBs. This improvement was the last one, with an improvement of 0.03 seconds, so 1 frame improvement. I was behind yet again at the beginning. From stage 16 to final, I made up 35 seconds. Oh, then from stage 6 to final, I made up 35 seconds. Maybe I can get 645 one day.
We'll be looking for it, that's for sure.
For a run so short, and you know, dependent on a lot of stuff that's out of your control, that's very
yeah, that's pretty solid.
It's pretty solid. It's a lot of resetting.
Yeah, I imagine that's how most like puzzle fighter, like, or not puzzle fighter, but I guess technically puzzle fighter games, like where you're versus one another, or versus the computer. I imagine that's how a lot of them end up. It's just, you know, you're trying to beat these puzzles or the enemies as fast as possible, which means, you know, perfect execution and dumping a whole bunch of garbage blocks on real fast.
Yeah. Well, we're looking at trying to get Super Puzzle Fighter 2 on this show at some point. We'll
it's a possible episode.
Give you some details as that gets hammered out. But it's neat. We've been seeing this game a lot, so I'd like to learn a little more about it.
Yep, me too. Well, cool.
Cool.
All right.
Up next, we got Tales of Monkey Island by Author Blues. This is an any percent run in 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 9 seconds. Author Blues says, I am Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate. Cut the 3-hour mark with probably another 10 or so minutes that can still come off from better execution. This is probably the longest of the Monkey Island speedruns, since a large percentage of the cutscenes, that is, any without dialogue, are unskippable. These games are challenging to route, simple to execute, and overall just fun to speedrun. I will probably give this a few more attempts to polish the run, cut down on the mistakes, and get the time closer to my 245 goal.
That's 245XX when Mega Man X was born.
Right. Repeat jokes as well.
Hey, look, they're all back. Repeat names, repeat jokes.
Everything's coming back into style, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first one was when Mega Man was born. This is when Mega Man X was born. Or built, I guess. I don't know.
Built, born. It's all the same if you're a robotic humanoid.
It's true. It's true.
All right, let me know on that one.
That is officially over. The highlight reel.
Officially over. Cool.
Highlight reel done.
Monkey Island. Congrats, Author Blues.
Indeed. So
Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, so Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. I was going to read it, but, you know, it's up to you. Now, on the N64, 100%, 5923 by XYX1993 XYX, the year when Roll was born. Let's see. The current world record for 100% category when some glitches and tricks are used. Sorry for my mom. She walked in when I was recording. Damn it, Mom.
This is the first run that's apologized for mom
interruptions. Yep. Damn it, Mom. I'm speedrunning for the internet.
Mom, I'm speedrunning. Anyway, Toy Story 2, fun game. Just Toy Story games in general, good stuff.
Yeah, indeed.
Next, we've got, well, this is one I do not know. We've got Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for the GameCube.
I don't know this one either.
A 100% run in 2 hours, 29 minutes, 30 seconds by Maelstrom.
37.
Did I say something else?
You said
besides
30
that?
seconds.
30 seconds.
No,
Exactly.
37 seconds.
229.37. Maelstrom says, Ty is a great collectathon platformer in which you play as a tiger with boomerangs. What's not to love? 100% is defined using the in-game percentage counter, so rainbow scales and portraits aren't included in this. What is included, however, is 2,700 opals.
Jesus.
45 bilbies, 90 golden cogs. I read that as corn dogs, of course, and
Delicious.
72 thunder eggs.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Right. He says, wow, 2,700 opals. That's insane. It's like puts Spyro to shame. I'll keep pushing this category down to around 225 at least. And just since I haven't been running Wonderful 101 recently, here's Flicky's excuse to give everyone a weekly reminder to buy the game.
Ta! All these people making Flicky do things and calling him out.
You should all go buy the game.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like,
Hey,
right? I can't even
have you heard of
remember.
Wonderful 101?
You had a Wonderful 101.
Yeah.
I'm an American, and
No.
I play Wonderful 101.
Now I can't stop going. I can't stop looking at that list of numbers. There's 2,700 opals, 45 bilbies, 90 golden cogs, 72 thunder eggs. And all in 229.37 by Maelstrom. Good stuff, Maelstrom. But then we've got Wiz for the SNES. Any percent, 1551 by __ SDFG. That's right, I said the underscores, pronounced them. Shut up. Still not quite the run I'm looking for, but I'm getting close. So hopefully we'll see some improvements on that.
Yeah, Wiz is a weird game.
Yeah, it's really cool,
Rabbits and top
isometric.
hats and isometric craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and capping it off, the capstone of the evening, Yogi Bear's Gold Rush for the Game Boy. And 1408 by Dugong, who says, I got the record back.
Taking them back.
That's all you need to say about that.
Exactly. That's
Cool.
it.
Congrats on Yogi Bear's Gold Rush.
Indeed.
And that's it. We're all filled up on records.
Oh, man, I couldn't eat another bite. Let me go ahead and hit a split here. Oh,
We can't even reach my splits.
oh man. Oh, got it. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Cool.
Whew.
Well,
So,
that was a bunch of records.
it was.
If you guys want to submit your records to the show, go to tssbreak.com/submit. tssbreak.com is our site where we've got all kinds of great stuff on there. If you want to see all the records from this show or any of the other shows, you can also go to tssbreak.com/links to see links to all those things.
you can. You can follow the show on Twitter as well as @TSSBreak.
That's right. That's us.
You'll hear when we're going live. You'll hear what the subjects of the shows might be or will be or are indeed. That sort of stuff.
Yep. And we try to retweet or we try to tweet about marathons and things like that that are happening or retweet things like that if we can. But man, we've had a bunch of marathons. I don't know. I think JRTA marathon is, I had to close the window, so I can't tell if they're still going, but I think Tactics should be done by now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who we should raid, but we should decide who we're going to raid.
That we
who
should.
do you guys want to raid? Let's ask the people.
Hey, it's a very
Who do you
rare
think we
occasion,
should
chat.
raid?
Give us a target. Usually we handle this, but this time is your time to shine. So shine for us. What do you guys want?
Wait for it.
Yeah, we'll wait for 20 seconds here. FFT not quite done yet.
Oh, okay. We could raid them for the end of the thing, but if anyone's got, we sometimes like to raid. Oh, is PJ still streaming?
Is PJ still streaming?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
All right, yeah, we got to
Okay,
show
now
our
PJ's
boy
streaming.
PJ some love. He's been having trouble making it to shows. So
Good.
PJ it
Sounds
is.
good.
Yep.
This guy's doing what is he? Probably still doing Battletoads
Yeah,
Arcade
he's only
right
got a
now, so
little
you're
bit
in
of
for an
time
absolute
to,
treat if that's the case.
Yeah, he's only got a little bit of time to like stream, so you all go over to PJ's place. We're gonna hit there and we're gonna watch some Battletoads. We'll play 3 minutes of ads at the end of the show. We'd appreciate it if you leave the window open but muted, and turn off your ad block. Be a pal like your PC. And just watch about 3 minutes of ads. Not sure what next week's episode is going to be, but I'm sure it'll be great.
It'll be something great, I guarantee you.
So tune
And if
in.
anyone has ideas for episodes for the show, please let us know. If you or someone you know plays a game that you think would make a good episode, get in contact with us. You can send me or the TSS Break on Twitter. You can send us a message or send us a PM or try to contact us through various ways. But definitely let us know if you've got ideas.
Yeah, if you got a game you want to see and you think it'll make an interesting hour-long show? Give us a holler.
Cool. All right, so everyone raid PJ when we close this thing out, and then we'll go over there.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Take care.
Bye-bye.
The Sunday Sequence Break.